What is going on, YouTube? Today you're getting a game review. This game is called Super Mecha Champions. I was hounded with advertisements on Instagram and Facebook about this game, so I figured I'd give it a try and see what it's about. Hopefully, I wouldn't get catfished like that other game that I played a while back. They start you off with two characters to choose from. I'm just going to pick Ning since she's red and that's my favorite color. And you get dropped right into a tutorial. We're going to skip that and we're going to go into our first Battle Royal match. After doing the tutorial, the initial vibes that I was getting from this game were Fortnite vibes, which is pretty much the only other Battle Royal game that I've played. You select a drop zone, you shoot out, and you fly in, pretty much the same way Fortnite is. Now, the next thing I noticed is just how much open space there is in this game. It looks pretty, but there's not a whole lot going on. There weren't a whole lot of buildings that you could go into initially. I did end up later on finding a couple other buildings that you could go into, but for 100 people to be on this map right now, I thought I would have seen a whole lot more action. I was actually expecting to be knocked out of this match in seconds. But I might be just dealing with bots, and I'll show you why that's the case a little later. I don't know if this was a glitch, but this is the first opponent that I came up against. Do you see him? Because I sure don't. He was shooting at me, and I know he was in front of me because you actually have sound indicators so that you can see visually where sound is coming from. So he was right in front of me, supposedly, but all I see is a little red phone booth looking thing that he might be behind. I wasn't risking it, but he sure could shoot and hit me. So I wasn't getting pretty good vibes after that. After a while, I finally ran into somebody else, and I had a chance to see just how weird the controls are. You would think that they're a lot like mobile Fortnite, but they just seem a little bit stiffer. Like maybe you need an auto aim feature or something to be able to strafe and shoot at the same time, but it took a while to get used to. Now, the advertised main draw of this game is the mech suits that you can get into. And this was my first fight with someone in a mech suit. What I wasn't realizing at first is, of course, you can't get into your suit inside of a building. But I really didn't find it a problem to go outside, get in the mech suit, and engage in a fight. The energy kind of replenishes over time. It looked like to me anyway. Now, of course, you would expect the mech suits to be a little bit slower than the human characters, but that's really not saying much because even the human characters move very slow over this giant area. So a lot of times you're just walking and walking and walking until you find somebody, engage in a small fight, and then you just do way more walking. There's gotta be a faster way to move around, but doesn't seem like I found it yet. As you can see, both of these characters were ridiculously easy to fight with. So it doesn't look like I'm coming across any experienced people yet. And for the most part, I think I'm probably just dealing with bots. This is my first match. Now, just like Fortnite and other Battle Royale games, the play area shrinks. And I'm going to fast forward. This is actually how my game ended. There were about 10 people left. The play area was pretty small. And I essentially sat around and did absolutely nothing while 10 players just died outside of the play area. That's definitely some bad AI. And I was almost positive at this point that I was dealing with bots because I just can't see that many human players getting lost outside the play area. All right, let's talk microtransactions. You've got your two currencies, premium currency, in-game currency. For some reason, there's only one decimal place in the pricing, so get used to that. And there are a ton of stuff to use your currency on. You've got different mechs, you've got different characters, you've got different skins. It seems like a bunch of them you can buy outright, but then there's a gacha type system so that you can get random drops. It's extremely confusing because I was just going from menu to menu, and there's just all kinds of things that you can invest in. Most of them cost either a ton of the in-game currency or it seemed like a lot of even the premium currency for a lot of this stuff that either you can buy outright or get at random. So I'm not even sure how many things it is that you can unlock or play with. It just went on, and quite frankly, the game didn't draw me in that much to be interested at it with it at this point. So I might give it a shot, maybe a little bit more, play a couple matches, but right now it just feels way too slow. There might be a couple other game modes that I'm interested in, but for my phone, I would probably be more comfortable with just playing Fortnite. I might be a bit more interested in this if it has controller support. Right now, I don't think so, but that would interest me a bit more because playing this with touch controls is nothing like playing Fortnite with touch controls. In fact, even PUBG, which I haven't played, looks a whole lot easier to control than this game. But if you want to give it a shot, it's there. Doesn't look like there's any pay to win mechanics. So that's going to be it for this review. I'm probably going to leave it on my phone for a couple days, but like I said, not doing a lot for me. All right, see you in the next video. Signing off.